It's my anniversary. It's my anniversary. 2 years on YouTube. That was my attempt to sing the Tony, 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 It's Our Anniversary, which was a little bit weak, but today is July 21st, 2019, and I started my YouTube channel on July 21st, 2017. So today is exactly 2 years I've had my YouTube channel. So in addition to reading all the live comments and talking about life, I'm going to share with you some insights on what it's like to have a YouTube channel, some tips that may help you if you want to have a YouTube channel, and just general conversation about YouTube and what it can do for your life and how it can help you, whether you become a YouTube creator or you just watch it. So first, why did I start YouTube? I started YouTube as a way to possibly make side supplemental income in addition to making income in a fun, creative way that isn't like the standard 9-to-5 job. I didn't have a grand vision. Good to see you, Backwoods. I didn't have a grand vision of becoming a big YouTube star. I didn't have a grand vision that it would happen overnight. Because like everything I've ever done in life, I did the research prior to create a YouTube channel. And pretty much from all the research I did on YouTube, I found that most people don't make money off it. A few people do, and it's not much to speak of. The next thing I researched, well, how do you grow your channel? You grow your channel by, number one, being consistent. Because YouTube is like any other job. The first step to any job is to show up consistently. I often said if I had to give one piece of advice for anyone in their career, whether they work on Wall Street or whether they work at Walmart, the number one piece of advice is show up consistently. By default, you will move ahead because most people are not consistent. And it's the same principle anything in life. Your health, if you want to be healthy, you got to cut out the cheat days on the weekends because it's all about consistency, especially in the beginning. Marcy, good to see you. And so consistency is number one, having a standard or having a normal upload schedule. And the next step is writing down when you have an idea to do a video. Because the hard part about using creativity as a way to make supplemental income is creativity comes in waves. So you'll get a burst of ideas on different videos to do, but then that creative wave will pass out of your mind, and before you know it, you're looking at the screen and it's time to upload your daily vlog or your weekly vlog. And I recommend you at least do weekly vlogs, but you should do whatever you want. And so it's time for you to make a video and you've ran out of ideas. You have to keep a journal, write in your phone, use a notepad, something that documents what you were thinking about, what you want to do a video on. The next thing is you have to be engaged with your viewers. Okay, you have to reply to the comments, not just on live streams, but on standard videos, because this is all part of the metrics, the algorithm of YouTube. They look to see how active your channel is, how much engagement there is. And it's all part of building an audience. What you find in YouTube, especially people that follow a small vlogger like me. I've had my YouTube channel for 2 years. I have about 8,800 subscribers, and I have 2.5 million views. Okay. But don't get stuck on subscribers. Okay. Because I know people that have double my subscribers, but they only have 1 million views. So if you go to on a person's YouTube page, if you go to the About tab and you look at how many subscribers they have and how many views, views are the main thing. Views are the number one way you get paid by Google AdSense to be able to get some type of side revenue. Okay. So YouTube is just like standard TV. Google, who owns YouTube, if people watch your channel, they run ads before the video. Now, when you curse, when you talk about politics, you will get flagged and either demonetized or partially monetized. I do that a lot. Most of my live feeds get demonetized because I have decided that for me, I'd rather grow it organically like this. I'll get more people long-term. I'll lose people short-term and I'll lose revenue short-term. but I'm kind of looking at this point from the long standpoint. And so, you know, the more people that watch, the more ad revenue, the more engagement, the more consistency it is. Now, I would have more people, but I block a lot of people. Why do I block a lot of people? Because for me, it's mentally unhealthy to have too many people that I just don't vibe with on YouTube, because it's not worth it to me. It's not worth the extra change or dollars or whatever. YouTube is not good for someone who is not at a good place mentally. Journey with Jordan, thank you, brother. Thank you, Dennis. I appreciate that. I appreciate reading the live stream. People encouraging me about persistence and consistency, and I appreciate that. Pretty much for 2 years, I've uploaded at least one video every day. There's been a couple times where I've been sick and I haven't been able to do it, whether it's a regular video or a live stream. But that is, again, a level of mental endurance. Okay. And what you find is if you're not in a good place mentally, you are going to replay your videos. You're going to feel insecure. You're going to listen to whether it's trolls or whether it's other people with mental issues, because a lot of people who watch YouTube, look, they're just regular people, but a lot of them do have mental issues because they're trapped in their house and all they have as an outlet to talk to the world is YouTube. It's true. You know, and so, you know, they use it as a way to exercise their power, right? So they feel like they don't have power in the world online. They're like the Terminator 59. So they can go and they can be, you know, Carlos Santana or, you know, Dirty Harry or whoever they want to be. And so, you know, sometimes it's a kid, sometimes it's an adult with legit mental issues. You know, so you have to be conscious that the tail doesn't wag the dog. You have to be conscious that you're dealing with someone that has mental issues, that is obsessed with your channel. Even right now, someone has 3 fake profiles, thumbs down me, they have mental issues. They're probably on prescription drugs and they probably should be on more, maybe less, I don't know. But the whole point is, you got Nicki Minaj, you got a lot of people that come at you sexually. A lot of times I get more views on my video if I have a sexy thumbnail. That's true. A lot of them are gay, some are straight, they're all over the map. Because you best believe that some people, they really don't care what you have to say about life, they just want to have sex with you. Why? Because they're recluse. They don't know how to function with people in society. They got kicked out of the strip club. Okay. So now YouTube's the strip club. I'm the stripper. Am I mad at that? Well, hey, I'm not mad at a couple, you know, tips. But shit, there's no sex in the champagne room, guys. There's no sex in the champagne room. Okay. So YouTube, the biggest thing you sacrifice as a creator is your privacy, your life. It's a big risk. It's a big risk. It's mental endurance for supplemental income. And it took me about a year even to get monetized. I'm sharing with you guys, if you want YouTube, this is what it is. But like everything, you have to take it one day at a time, one video at a time. You have to understand a general idea of what type of channel you want to have, okay? So the first step is come up with a name. It's just like a business. The first step is what are you going to do? You know, are you going to talk about cars? Are you going to talk about houses? Are you going to talk about money? Are you going to talk about politics? Are you going to talk about, you know, so your name should somewhat reflect the general idea on where you want to go with your channel. Okay, I named it Inspirational Nomad because I've always been somewhat inspirational as far as like an encourager, and, you know, that type of mindset, that type of personality. And Nomad because I really started off this journey mainly talking about downsizing my life, selling my belongings, and starting to live out of my car. And so after you have a name, the next thing you want to do is your artwork. You know, your thumbnail. You know, like a lot of people come here with fake profiles or Nicki Minaj profiles or hot girl profiles. I had one guy or girl or psychopath, they had a profile picture, they screenshotted a Dallas cheerleader. And they were claiming to be a Dallas cheerleader. And I think it was a guy. Again, you're dealing with people with a lot of mental issues. Okay. So you have to accept that. So I did my thumbnail as be you, be yourself. Especially as I was venturing out on the Nomad journey. I thought that was important to express that. Initially, I wanted to give up. I did a video about it a couple of weeks into having YouTube. I said, this ain't worth it. But I said, let me just stay consistent and hopefully over time, I'm doing this while I don't have to do it. So maybe over time it can grow as like something I do on the side. And again, it just helps me to get to one of my life goals. What's one of my life goals? To retire early, but to mainly live life on my terms, to do things to create an income, but to do things I enjoy to do. Okay, and everyone's a salesman, but I'm very direct. Okay, I see some people, they do a YouTube channel, whether they're nomads or whether they're whoever, and all they are is multi-level marketers. They're selling you overpriced candles. They're selling you some type of product. From the biggest YouTubers to the smallest. And I'm not mad at them. That's their hustle. But that's what it is. YouTube is pretty much a platform for you to cross-sell stuff. It's also, though, a way to be for entertainment. YouTube is mainly entertainment and information. Okay. So, what am I giving? I'm giving entertainment and some information. The problem is sometimes people, they're never happy with entertainment, especially when it's free, because, they feel like they're entitled to you being who they want you to be. Okay. And again, that's why I recommend you don't make it a main hustle, especially in the beginning, so that you don't have to succumb to the crowd. Okay, you don't have to appease the crowd. Okay. I don't say be as rough as me, because I can understand sometimes I'm a little bit too rough. But I'm going to, run this how I see fit at this time. But YouTube, above all else, is entertainment and information. Okay. It's TV, and that's what TV was, entertainment, but it's specialized TV. It's local TV. It's like you watching a PBS channel and you're watching like the town hall meeting. Okay, it's very localized. You can get very specific, or you can watch big corporation movies on, and you can learn a lot. I often say I think you can learn more on YouTube than you can on college. You can watch a tutorial. In the beginning of YouTube, when I started watching YouTube, John Sells, good to see you, brother. When I began to watch YouTube, it was mainly for tutorials on studying different information, and I liked it because I could pause it, I could rewind it, and I can use it as a tool, as an educational tool. And then, also it evolved into entertainment. I watched stuff for entertainment and things like that. Someone's in the parking lot. They got the music loud as hell. And I saw, initially, as an older man, as a middle-aged man now, I tend to curse like the young people. Like, why would you play that music that loud? But then I have to remember myself when I was in my 20s. What was I doing? The same thing. Like when someone cuts you off and they're driving fast, remember all the times you were young and you were driving fast and you cut people off. It's true. Ooh, what's up, brother? Shout out to Detroit, man. I know northern states, man, there's a lot of heat waves up there. But what I can share with you with YouTube, like with everything in life, it's the basic principles of showing up, being consistent, and figuring out how you want to operate it, okay? Because it's a business. It's not personal. Sometimes it's personal, you share your life, that's personal. But anytime you involve money, there's a level of business. It's a level of both. I tell you right now, if there was no money involved, most people wouldn't have a YouTube channel. Just like most people don't have a public Facebook, most people don't have a public Instagram unless they're cross-selling product. Kylie Jenner became a billionaire by selling overpriced lipstick to ugly women. They put on that lipstick, they thought they were going to look like Kylie Jenner. But Kylie Jenner got lip injections and everything else, but it's a hustle. So remember that in life, that you take things for what they are. Even like church is the ultimate YouTube. You go to church, it's almost like you're obligated to super chat 10%. But you learn something. You do get information, you get knowledge, you get some entertainment. The choir is just entertainment, guys. And I know a lot of people in the choir, they really wanted to be singers, but they couldn't hack it in the secular world, so they said, screw it, I'm going to do a gospel album. And my mom sung in the church. It helped her and it helped me. So I'm just saying, this is also observation. Humans have a need to be entertained, and they also have a need to get some information. We need both. So it's nothing wrong with it. And for an exchange for that, sometimes you get money, sometimes you don't. So should you have a YouTube channel? If you're in a good place mentally, if you want to sacrifice some privacy, if you have a creative spirit that you think you can have something to offer, and that you're willing to put in some work, because it's work to be consistent, it's work to reply to the comments, it's work to do videos, it's work to block people, it's management. Yeah, I know backwards, bumping that music loudest. Hey guys, when you're living in the street, that's what it is. I'm not in a campground with Bob Wells selling old women overpriced product. And I'm not mad at Bob Wells. He's doing him, man. I see some of those videos, man. I don't know what to say. But I'm not mad at him. Bob Wells got an assistant to answer his comments. I'm not mad. That guy hustled it, man. He gave a lot of information, though. He helped a lot of people. You know, and that's the variables of living on the road, which I share with you guys, right? The variables is, well, if you live like me, I mean, I'm mainly in urban areas. I'm not in the middle of campgrounds in the middle of nowhere. So you got loud music, you got spotty Wi-Fi sometimes. You know, it's all those things, you know, and that's the type of environment that's in a 24/7 arenas, right? So when you're in an area that's 24/7, you know, the people that coming in late night, close to midnight, they're not like your grandma shopping for like some extra beans and rice. You know, they're young kids coming from the club, drinking, just like you were, just like I was. You know, so you just take it with a grain of salt, man. I mean, loud music is what it is. It's just like a loud motorcycle. You know, it is what it is. But, you know, 2 years of being on YouTube, I say overall I'm thankful. I'm thankful that I didn't give up, because I did want to give up a few times. I am thankful that I able to first, next I was going to say I'm thankful I've made a difference in people's lives, and that's true, but I don't want to be disingenuous. I'm thankful it got monetized first, because that's the reason I started. You have to start there. Why is the reason you're doing it? For some type of compensation. Okay. And then after that, you hope that also, yeah, you have a positive impact. I have connected with some good people. I've met some bad people. You meet both. You know, some people want you to run the channel how they want you to run it. But let me tell you something. It's your channel. It's your life. Okay. So the bottom line is, you know, if people see that you should do things a different way, let them try it. Let them do it, because it's your life. And that's like the mindset of most of my videos, is that over time in life, okay, this is where YouTube like parallels life. Over time in life, you have to build up enough confidence to say, look, no matter how nice you are, and I watch some YouTubers, I mean, they're very nice. Some of them are pandering, because again, it's a business above all else. Some of them are pandering, but like they got a generic, like I seen some old lady with a generic ass video talking about like basic stuff, and she still had like a bunch of negative people commenting like, oh, you shouldn't have did this, you should have did that, you should have did this. I'm like, what a bunch of assholes. But that's what you do it. That's what you do it. Because again, on the other side of YouTube, especially small creators, you know, I mean, look, who's commenting on your channel at damn near midnight? Either married people that aren't having sex, or ugly ass people that can't function in society, or some good people. It's all a mix. But I would say the vast majority of people that I've interacted with are probably on the edge of outcast and a level of mental issues on a consistent basis. No one in here tonight. No one in here tonight. But I'm being honest with you guys. I'm sharing with you what YouTube is, okay, directly. Okay. It's a little bit like life, you know. You know, just like life, again, it's, you know, how much can you get yourself out of bed to show up, to do something? And when you do something, a lot of people say it's easy. Journey with Jordan says, I noticed that the best YouTubers tend to have a very thick skin, or maybe they just love pandering. No, it's just their business. So the best YouTubers treat YouTube exactly like they need to. If you're really looking that you want YouTube to grow, and you're looking at like solely like a business, guys, you have to pander. Like, and I would, like when I had electrical contracting business, right? It's the same thing as a YouTube business. You're providing a service. Okay, you're providing something. So I wouldn't like go into someone's house before I hung a ceiling fan and say, look, if you don't like this price, go screw yourself. And that's what I do on YouTube. So I say, if you don't like this video, go screw yourself. So at my own YouTube channel demise. So some people say, look, most people on the other end of YouTube, they're people that don't have someone else to talk to. They want good customer service. So let me speak nicely. And that's what they do. I've just decided, because of the way I look at this creatively, I want to do it my own way. There's nothing wrong with the way they're doing it. They're treating it like a business. See, sometimes I got hung up on that because I looked at like they were all being disingenuous. And I said, look, Sam, that's their hustle. Like there's a guy that walks around with a cat that talks nice to everyone, and he's got a felony charge for domestic dispute. And they think I'm the one that's angry. So, this is how I had to step back and I had to look at the world of YouTube. Like it's like every other hustle. Every other hustle. You would say, Sam, you're out of control. You talk about masturbating in a sock. You talk about this. You talk about that. Yeah, but when I went to church, there was a pastor that was committing adultery on his wife. That was basically embezzling, in my opinion. So it's like, in life, there's the facade and there's the real show. But I've also learned in life, just watching Dave Chappelle, I mean, he had a skit called When Keeping It Real Goes Wrong. For the most part, I think people want the entertainment. They don't want the real, and I can understand that. I look at myself sometimes, I say, Sam, if you were on the other end of YouTube, because I'm on the other end, I watch YouTube sometimes. I watch different YouTubers, I comment on their channel, sometimes I get a reply. And if I don't get the reply the way I want it, I don't like it anymore, and I don't watch it, or I get offended. So I can understand how people get to feel the same way about me. I'm fair in my evaluation. I say, Sam, would you want to hear me sometimes? Sometimes I say, I can understand why people get turned off. But I don't care. It's kind of like where I'm at this point in the journey. Honest 2 years. Now, again, if you were thinking of quitting your job and starting a YouTube channel in hopes of being paid, you're going to be destitute. But again, everyone takes risk in life. Okay. So there's no one answer. And most times in life, to be successful above average, you're going against the odds. So I can't knock someone wanting to go against the odds, because I think we all do in our own way, in our own ventures. We are trying to beat the average statistic, and we're trying to be above average. So at a certain point, you say, all right, well, look, that's just what it is. There's nothing wrong with that. Let me mitigate my risk in other areas. So YouTube is a risk. YouTube's a risk. Why? Because you're sacrificing your privacy and you're breaking down the facade that you have in the real world if you're doing it a certain way. So then you have to, again, you have to mitigate your risk. Maybe if I still had a house, if I had kids, I wouldn't have a YouTube channel. Not worth it. Not to do it the way I want to do it. If I was going to talk about like suburban married stuff and, answer endless questions about endless BS, then, I probably would have a channel, because it's just like, it's all a show. Let me roll down my windows. So again, I think it goes back to when you start to create a channel, number one thing is you have to be in a good place with your mental health. I met a couple people that are basically following for disability because of bad mental health, and they thought they should have a YouTube channel. That's not a good idea, guys. Okay? Because if you're already saying you can't function in society, I think the last thing you need to do is have a YouTube channel. Not until you took care of your mental health. Because what you're going to find is YouTube's going to break you down even more. I got to put my fan on. It's hot as hell. Thank God that person with the loud radio moved. And most people, what I've met in life, even with people who are executives in corporations, etc., there's life, there's real life, there's work life, and then there's online life. People have a different persona online, and sometimes rightfully so. You shouldn't be the same person online that you are at your job, but just like you're not going to be the same person you are in your house that you are at your job. Like sometimes people say to me, this and that. I said, look, I guarantee you, if I went into people's personal house and I listened to their conversations, it would be different than the conversations at work, and rightfully so, because there's a personal setting and there's a professional setting. And YouTube kind of mixes in between if you kind of do it like me, where you share your real life. Okay, if you do it just like a product, as a cross advertising, multi-level marketing, it really doesn't matter, because it's a projection. So again, you have to go back to what are you trying to project? What's your sales pitch? Is it just like, look, this is me, accept it or kick rocks? Is it, look, this is me, also this is what I'm selling, and this is blah, blah, blah. So it all depends. There's nothing wrong either way. But whatever you do, do you. Because what I'm here to tell you is, I don't care how nice you are, how mean you are going to get people. You are going to get people that want you to be who they want you to be. And unless you make videos like them, unless you talk like they want to talk, respond how they want, everything like that, what you're going to find is you're going to be going in circles for minimum wage or less than minimum wage or zero amount of money. So have a realistic view of what it is being a YouTube creator, functioning online, functioning in the society in today's technology era, and then decide how to proceed. Would I shut my YouTube channel down? Yes. Why would I shut it down if I felt it wasn't in my best interest? If it started to hurt my self-care, if it hurt my life in some type of way, guys, at any moment you should pull the plug in anything in life that starts to hurt you. Now, again, you got to work unless you figured out a way to make money. I know somebody left me a comment. They said, Sam, I gave my 2-week notice, and they only worked a week. They worked 1 week, and they gave their 2-week notice. I'm not mad at them. I hope you got a way to make money, though, because what I can tell you is, hey, out here, man, it doesn't matter how inspirational you are. Every time I go to a gas station, you know what they want to know? How am I going to pay for it? Even when you live in your car, guys, I always tell you, I'm living as cheap as you can live. You're still going to need money. So whether you play the game online or you play the game, in society, you got to play the game at some point to make money. Now, if you're rich, take off your underwear and just start picking your ass because you got nothing else to do in life. I ain't mad at you. But these are my thoughts. And if you appreciate my thoughts, I appreciate you taking the time to thumbs up the video, share it. If you don't, if you're spiteful and you thumbs down or you just don't like, I don't care either. I don't. I'll just be honest with you at this point. But let's read the rest of the live comments. Yep, we touched on that. Good to see John. Woohoo, join with Jordan. We finally had a nice cloudy day in Tennessee after several days in the upper 90s. Praise the Lord. Yeah, I heard it's been hot. It's been a disaster out here. Yeah, 90 days. 90s are every day in Florida, but it has been moderate compared to other parts of the country. So actually in the summertime, there's some cooler days in Florida than other places. Backwoods, the guys bumping loud. Yeah, that's part of living in the street. Backwoods party. Yeah, it's party time here. Backwoods Real Talk 70. Yeah, I try to give it to him. Jeremy with Jordan. No Latino Mills where Bob Wells is. Nope. There's there's GILFs. Bob Wells got the GILF game on lock. Grandmas who live on Social Security and Bob Wells, and they live. I still think about that last video I saw. A video she was living on $800 a month. She was getting and she was surviving only because she was getting $1,000 a month in donations or whatever, allegedly. And then she had all these health problems, and no way she was living in her van like that. And then at the end, Bob said, "Oh, didn't you have a trailer?" She goes, "Yeah, I got a trailer. It's parked in someone's house." And he goes, "Well, is it for sale?" And she goes, "Yeah." And Bob was like, "Well, tell them about it. Sell it." So then she was telling people about it. And then she was like, "But I got to get $2,600 for it because I got to make a profit. I got $2,000 into it." She's a capitalist. She's living off $800 a month. And she said, "Look, I got to make a profit off that thing. I can't sell it for what it cost me." I'm not mad at her. Hey, guys, everything's a game, including your grandma selling you stuff. Guys, you know what I learned being an electrical contractor? You go into some people's house, the first thing they tell you is, "Oh, I'm a fixed income." And you go in their garage, and they got a nicer car than you. And they're crying the blues that they're in a fixed income. Guess what, guys? Granny's a scammer. Her silver hair she's a fraud, okay? She's a scam artist, okay? I don't care if she's 80 years old. She's a scam artist. So what I can tell you is, look, man, Wu-Tang broke it down for you. Cream, man, cash rules everything around me, man, including with grandma, including with the gills. Bob Wells got on lock, man. There's a lot of money to be made in the Social Security game, man. And what I can tell you is this, man. It's a disaster out there, man. It's a disaster on YouTube. But I'm not mad at it. Because everyone's got to hustle, man. And just be conscious. That's what it is. These are just my opinions. Just disclaimer. Journey with Jordan. I've noticed that we read that. Yeah, it's a pandering show. It's a disaster. Dennis, Journey, what would be your channel name? No, don't start that. That's all right. Just kidding. Good job. John, what's up, John? On deck. Started watching and subscribed with you yesterday. Well, good. I hope you're around 3 months from now. But I may say something to offend you or you may get tired of me. But that's okay. That's life. I have a good job, but strongly considering taking your path for many reasons. Okay. Number one is saving fast, a mess of cash. Okay. Journey with Jordan. Dennis, laughing. I've wanted to start my own channel for a while, but I'm not in a good enough place mentally. Well, good job. Way to self-evaluate that. To deal with the trolls. Oh, yeah. Or granny. It's not even a troll. Sometimes it's a grandma that wants you to speak nice to her because her husband won't talk to her. Her husband's sleeping in a separate room, and like now you've become her best friend. And if you talk back to her, there's going to be hell to pay. You think a grandma won't give you shit? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Because you look, grandma's got feelings too. And grandma's got a mouse. She can click thumbs down too. You think some old people want thumbs down? You shit. You haven't been in the YouTube game, man. That's why it's mentally unhealthy. And you're dealing with the mentally unstable, man. In many instances, there's some good people that, because everyone here is nice people. But what I'm trying to tell you is, it's a good evaluation to think what it really is. And then he goes, putting in the effort to make what I want it to be. Just blocking people, like, you block someone, but you still think about what they said. Look, a grandma just gave me a thumbs down. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at her or her husband. What I can tell you is this, guys, it's a disaster, okay? But that's free entertainment, man. Take it for what it is, John. I am really home anyway. My job has me traveling. Well, that would work then. I think if you work the night shift or if you're traveling most of the time, living on the road, living in an apartment or living like a nomad or just renting makes sense. So that's a way to make sense. Now, do you have here's a question I would have for you. I'm going to read the rest of your comment, John. Do you have a house right now, or are you in a rental? Because that will determine really your next step. Because getting out of a house will be a little bit more involved, a little bit more of a permanent decision. But if you're already renting and you let your lease expire, there's not much to lose. You don't have equity to lose or anything like that. You can still make a lot of decisions. So let's continue to read. John. He goes, he's really home anyway. His job has him traveling. He's living at hotels, basically. By nature of side work, I am a total loner. Well, there you go. That's another good sign to be in this lifestyle. Because you damn sure aren't going to get married. Like, there's been a lot of people, like, they've projected their need for a relationship onto me. They say, Sam, I don't know how you survive masturbating in a sock. I said, I don't know how you survive sleeping in separate bedrooms than your spouse, and I have to entertain you. But guess what, guys? It happens, okay? So what I could tell you is this. If you're a loner, a true loner, and you're not looking to be seduced by someone online, then you have a shot at this lifestyle. Let's continue. And then he goes, I'm a total loner without any dependents. Yep, if you don't have any cats, dogs, or children, also the nomad life is a good option. Let's continue to read. I can live just when off duty in my truck. Well, I think you have a lot of positive signs to at least give it a shot, John. Now, again, I want to know if you own a house currently or if you're in a rental. If you're in a rental, I think it's a no-brainer. Give it a shot. Worst case scenario, you start renting again. If you own a house, a little bit more thought has to go into it because you're getting ready to liquidate a pretty big asset. So that would be my number one question to you. Hung up 1984. Happy anniversary. Yeah, 2 years on YouTube. Yay. Good job. Thank you. Backwoods, I appreciate your thoughts. Brother, I appreciate you. You've been a positive person. And I got love for you. John, 100 on the Texas Gulf Coast. Well, guys, I would never swim in the Gulf of Mexico. It's basically an oil refinery backwash. That's why I don't like west coast of Florida too much. Now, I know a lot of people hate on that, but I like the Atlantic Ocean. A little bit cleaner, in my opinion. Could be wrong. But shout out to the Gulf Coast and shout out to all the oil refineries. Dennis. Journey. At Journey. Mentally, I don't know if there is a place yet like Sam has shown. He mixes live feeds with recorded messages. Yep. Because there's a different audience, right? My recorded messages are snapshots in time of me very, very much how I am most of the day, which is calm, mellow. My live feeds are like me getting everything out at once. It's a little bit more fun, interaction. So there's different perspective, right? Some people only like my still videos. Some people only like my live videos. Some people don't like you no matter what. So what you got to learn to do is middle finger everyone. The good people will understand you. The wrong people, you'll be chasing them to the day you die. So don't sell your soul for a thumbs up. And, look, when you're willing to do other things in life other than, beg, it doesn't matter. You just do you. Because if it works out, great. If it doesn't, great. I mean, that's how you got to look at it. All right, let's continue. Like Sam, he mixes in live feeds with standard recordings, and he stays consistent. that goes for reasons to block anyone. Amen. That's right. And that's how I look at real life too. Like, you know, in my real life, like that's what I always tell people. Like sometimes people threaten me or like they say something like I shouldn't block them. But I said, look, if I blocked my father in real life, I don't know. Like you think I'm like scared to block you? I mean, it's not gonna happen. Let's continue reading. John, happy anniversary, Sam. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Let me how's the video coming, guys? Because I see it breaking up on my thing. Let me move my thing here real quick. I want to just change this location. Stay with me, guys. We're gonna. Well, this was a bad idea. This was a bad idea. That's all right. It's live, guys. It's live. What a bad idea this was. All right, that's better. John, thank you, brother. Gypsy, the Nomad. Congratulations on 2 years. Because of you, I've moved into my Corolla. Uh-oh, don't blame me if it goes wrong. And have been strong over 2 months. All right, that's a positive sign. I'm on no contact with family temporarily because they didn't support, though. Well, I understand that. Guys, look, I lost my relationship with my father for it. So if you get into living in your car, what I can guarantee you is, yeah, you definitely may lose some friends or family. So that's a price you pay because they're either going to be scared for you or they're not going to accept you. So, but, you know, look, that's part of life. And it's tough part, but it's true. Thank you, Gypsy, the Nomad. Love to you and peace to you and blessing to you. That was an interesting viewpoint on the granny factor. Oh, yeah. I've wondered if it's a communal lifestyle. Guys, all I know is people are tribal pack oriented. Most people like to be in a pack. That's why they like to go to events, whether it's out in the desert or whatever, where a bunch of people get together and talk about the same thing. That's why churches are pack oriented. Gangs are tribalism. Patriotism is almost like communal. It's like, you know, we all get behind a flag and we're, you know, people operate, the masses operate in packs. Okay. So if you're a loner, you know, you're always going to be bucking, you're always going to be swimming against the tide a little bit. Now, there's sometimes you got to go with the tide. You don't want to go against the current. But there's sometimes you have to understand, damn it. We got a super chat in here, Reserve. Happy 2 years. Will you make it 3? That's a good question, Reserve. Thank you for your support. You've been a blessing to me, and you ask great questions. Thank you, Reserved. I don't know. Sometimes I ask you, will I make it till tomorrow? But overall, recently, YouTube has been in a good zone, and I've been thankful for it. And it has grown over time. So I look at it like if it continues to grow another 3 to 5 years, if it stays on trend, then it would be a good supplemental source and to give me a lot more options. So it all depends how it goes. But if it becomes bad for my self-care, then I always reserve the right to change, just like your name reserved. I always reserve the right to change. But but I appreciate your support and I appreciate your positive questions. Even like I thank you for happy anniversary. And that was a great question. Will I make it 3 years? That's a great question. I will at this point, I would say, because it's going at a positive trend and I've learned how to manage the troll. I'll continue to evaluate though. Good question. John, Sam intuitively strikes me as a good old boy. The crowd I run with are old field and pipeliners. Okay, I know that field. Sam would fit in with us easily. Yep, I'd fit in with everybody. Guys, I've been with country people. I've been in the middle of Harlem. I've been in construction. I've been in the corporate world. I'll adapt to any situation because to me, human nature is the same no matter what. It's just different vibes, different cultures. But at the end of the day, it's all same people. It's just a matter of dealing with human nature. Straight talker has a plan and has pride. Well, I appreciate the compliment. Thank you very much, John. Tony. Sam, 2 years of great content. Great job. Thank you for the positive comment. I wish you continued success. Thank you for the positive comment. I appreciate that. But I do want to go back to again, John. Thank you again for that compliment. Guys, a huge part of life that I hope I do instill in you in some way is that you really need to have an understanding of human nature. Because when you understand human nature, you get away from prejudice of people and you realize you're just dealing with people, okay? And there's certain people, again, it doesn't matter. I've been in so many different scenarios. A country setting, an urban setting, a corporate setting, construction setting, a poor setting, a rich setting. And what I could tell you again is There are differences, right? But at the essence is just dealing with human nature. With human nature with yourself, with human nature with your environment. And so once you like kind of like get away from all like, the preconceived ideas and you realize you're just dealing with human nature, it makes it easier to adapt and navigate because you realize just what it is. And that's been a huge blessing in my life. So I hope that somehow in my videos, I do like give you some insight on just evaluate human nature, including yourself. And that will help you in whatever you decide to do with your life. Understanding psychology and again, just human nature is you'll go very far. You'll at least be able to survive John, lost my house in divorce. I'm sorry to hear that, brother. I know it's painful. Nothing more to lose regarding that. Well, then based on what you told me, John, I would say you're a great candidate to give it a shot because what do you have to lose? I mean, worst case scenario is you try it and you end up back in an apartment. You're already in an apartment. And if your job is already conducive for you to be living on the road, that's thumbs up. And it sounds like you have some experience and you're a loner. And if you don't want to get married anymore and if you don't have kids or a dog, all thumbs up. So what I would tell you to do is give it a shot. If it doesn't work out, you're right back where you started and you got good life experience. Good job. My Jeep Journey, what's up, brother? Well done, Sam. Consistency is key. I agree with that. With an interesting topic or the one that helps others to live their best life. Thank you. At least in my opinion. Well, I appreciate your opinion. I appreciate your encouragement. Encouragement means something to me, and I thank you. And look, I'm sincere. So I told you all the straight stuff up front, right? About monetization, about YouTube being supplemental income, because I don't want to lie to you guys. But I also don't want to lie to you guys that I enjoy YouTube. And I think it comes across. I don't think you can fake that to a certain degree. You can fake some things. But I don't think you can fake passion. Now, I think you can fake an orgasm. So I think you can maybe even fake passion. Now, a lot of women or men that fake an orgasm, like they comment on my channel, and I'm like, you're a fraud anyway. But in life, and part of my life is redesigning my life at this middle-age stage, is I want to do more things I'm passionate of on my terms. But I have to understand the game, okay? Because even when you do something you're passionate about, there's a game within it, okay? There's a psychology, there's a human nature aspect. And you have to understand your environment before you engage in your environment. And so just make a mental note. Reserve, thank you again. I appreciate that. Let's continue to read. Chocolate Nomad Vlogs, what's up, man? 2 years, you have come a long way. I have. I look back at my old videos, I said, man, I really have evolved. Like everything in life, when you start, you're going to suck, you're going to be shy, but just keep showing up and don't be afraid to change. You shouldn't be the same person today. You shouldn't be the same person today than the person you were 2 years ago. And you shouldn't allow yourself to be guilt-tripped by other people that, you should be the same person you were 2 years ago. No. I'm going to be different 2 years from now, too. I'm going to constantly change. That's how life is. So thank you, brother. Proud of you and your fearlessness. Thank you. Hopefully you've reflected a bit and set some new goals. Great question. Great statement. Thank you. Thank you for your love and support. Yeah, my only other goal at this point in life, it's like a twofold goal. One is I want to retire early. I want to be able to live off my own self-generating revenue, whether it's a level of different supplemental incomes or whatever, and maybe get a home base. I'm not sure about that one yet. But those are really the only two things I face at this life. Obviously, I want to continue to work on self-care and my health. That's number one. Self-care comes before everything, including YouTube, because if you're not in a good place, you can't do anything. So my goals are maintain my health, keep good people around me, even if that means virtually. That's why I block people. I'm not going to jeopardize that rule. And yeah, I mean, live life as much on my terms as possible. That's true. Thank you. Chocolate Nomad Vlogs. How do you boogie board in the weekends? Easy. I get that board, I jump in the ocean, and I boogie the crap out of it. And do you ever go out late night? No, I don't go out really late night on the beach and lay there for hours. No, I don't do that. I do go just about every day I go on the beach. I fully submerge in the ocean. And then once in a while, I do take my boogie board out. Depends. But I was fully submerged in the Atlantic Ocean today. Journey with Jordan. Live streams are a little more living la vida loca. That's true. That's true. And they get a little bit more hate, guys. But guess what? I mean, it's like everything else, right? So the more views, the more thumbs down. So, you can get no thumbs down, you can get little views, and you can just make a basic thing. It's like, just don't be scared to get resistance, okay? It doesn't mean you're always going to be right. I know I'm not always right. And, but I just want to encourage you, like, if you look at this as an option, it doesn't YouTube or anything in life. Part of it is, look, just saying there's going to be a level of, you're not going to make everyone happy. You know, you can't go into your regular job and go F everyone. You can't. You have a little bit more power on YouTube. You're sacrificing more privacy for less money, okay? So you would make more money on going to Walmart. The average person would make more money working at Walmart for $10 an hour if they worked a full-time job. So, like, you have to understand that. And that's why, like, you see some people at Walmart, like, they don't want to help you. They don't give a crap. They get paid nothing. So, like, what do you expect from YouTube? You're going to get paid less than Walmart. I don't care what you think. But, you know, I don't do that because I don't have work ethic, because I have great work ethic. I have that because, for me, I'm letting you in my mind, you know, and I don't allow anything that doesn't vibe with my mind in my mind. So, yep, that's my message. Camera on anniversary, Sam. Yeah, Tony in the background. Wally, congratulations, Sam. Thank you. Love you, man. I love you also. Thank you for the positiveness. I'm again on and out of town. Union electrician job. Good job. In Indiana, home of the big chicks. Staying in my Chevy Suburban at job site parking. There you go. Just like John. That's a great way to make a living. Nobody has noticed yet. Hey, keep it up, brother. Because the bottom line is, that's very conducive with your job. So, you know, can't be mad at that, brother. You're never going to be late. Thumbs up, man. Good to see you. Reserve, thank you again for the tip. And thank you again for asking great questions. It's really helpful. So thank you. And all the good people, if I ever like answer your question a little bit rough, just know that, you know, because this is live and I'm reading all the questions real time, these aren't scripted things that you guys leave. Like, you know, just thinking off the top of my head. So it may not be as filtered as you liked, or you may get offended. But, you know, if it's real, you know what it is. It's just the way it vibes. Wally, I have a YouTube channel, Wally Gator Films, but not many viewers or subscribers yet. How often do you upload? Do you upload on a regular schedule? And that will answer your question. John, might near 59 and will be in October. Okay. I make well over 100K, good job, a year with bonuses, good job, not counting daily per diem, great job. My goal is to continue as is safe. Well, I think you got all the things in place. You have an established job that would be conducive to this lifestyle. Again, you have no major attachments, especially after the divorce. So you're in an opportunity to reset your life, to take back your life. Now, the only thing I would tell you, John, is just be conscious of, you're starting to get into your 60s. If that means like you're close to 59 years old, and I think living on the road wears on you a little bit, as much as it's exciting, but you're already kind of living on the road. So I would look at a span on how long you plan to do it, just so you have some specific goals. So right now you're almost 60, right? So, you know, I would think at 65, definitely by 70, I think you want to start to transition out of this lifestyle. Even if you do it on the side, if you still travel on the side, I don't think I'd want to be a full-time nomad at 70. Now, I could be wrong, but being that the average life expectancy is 80, I wouldn't want to be, I don't think, full-time at 70. I think, like, once you get into your mid-60s, I think you want to start to transition out of this lifestyle. Because I don't think the road is a place for the senior citizens. Part-time, yes, not full-time. Like, I remember watching a country western movie, and it was like an old dog. And they were like, you know, they loved the dog, but they were like, you know, you wouldn't be good, you know, out on the road with us traveling. And I agree with that. I remember when my dog got old, she used to love to go in the car, but it wasn't good to take long trips with her when she was old. So what I would tell you is you still have a time window. I think you still have about another good 5 to 7 years that you can hit the road and you can live good as a nomad. Now, could you live good as a nomad into your 90s? I doubt it. Into your 80s, 70s, yes, but then you're pushing it. I would say definitely, you know, by 70, you want to be out of the full-time nomad. You want to have some type of home base, if not a little bit earlier. In my mind, I definitely would want to have something settled by 60s or 70s. Everyone's different, but I'm sharing my mind. Good question. Good comment. Tennis unlocked. I like that. It's been a great 2 years. Thank you. Watch you, Sam. Keep it up. Thank you. I like that tag name you have. Thank you, Tennis. Backwoods. Happy 2 years, brother. Thank you for your love. You have really inspired me. Thank you. In many ways, thank you. Real talk, Sammy. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. I do too. And everything. Thank you. All cast. I appreciate this. And everything you have said. Thank you. I'm 3 months into this lifestyle. I believe in you. You're young. Same thing, like you have a nomadic type job outlook in life, and you have the right mindset. You're a loner and you're a positive person. So I think you have a lot of things going for you. I'm 3 months into this lifestyle. You got a whole life ahead of you too. Come through this month already. Yeah, what I could tell you is Backwoods, aka Dylan, you're young, you got a lot of good things going for you, so you can do this for a long period of time or a short period, but you can totally reposition your life. And you can take control of your life, you can live life on your terms. Even if you play with some money, always save some money. And always live below your means. Once you live in your car or once you live mobile, you should never go back to fully consumerism again. Now, maybe go back to a house or apartment, but let it be at a very small, below your means method so that you never become consumed by consumerism. Because then you can live life more on your terms. You can take jobs on your terms. You can live on your terms. And that's, to me, living your best life. And that's what I preach, and that's what I try to live. Good job. Backwoods, time flies. Yes, it does. And that's the other thing I constantly remind myself, that Sam, enjoy the journey. On your way to your goals, enjoy every day. Enjoy every day. Don't get seduced into waiting till you get a home base, waiting till you retire. Enjoy every day as much as possible. And I think when you do that, I think that you live a full life, because before you know it, look, guys, life just is over. And that's a good thing, because I think 80 years is enough if you do it the right way. But, just be mindful to enjoy each day. Good job. Let's take a hydration break, guys. Journey with Jordan. All of reserved questions are very thoughtful. I agree. Great questions. You should do that for some type of, I would pray you'd be some type of, I don't know, a journalist or an interviewer. You remind me of like a Larry King. But you do ask great questions. Like a professional investigator. No, it's good questions. I really enjoy them. Milano, I love you, brother. Milano, you've been a positive person on YouTube. Now, some people are psychopaths, and some people are positive. Milano falls into the positive category. Now, in his personal life, he may be a psychopath, but online, he's been a blessing to me. And what I can tell you is, Milano, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for all the positive support you've given me online. I want to thank you for setting an example of, here's a guy, worked his whole life, he's in his 60s, he just started collecting Social Security, he's living full-time in a Class B in Miami. He's got a good friend, Emilio, and he's been a blessing to me. And, brother, I just want to thank you, and I appreciate you. John, thumbs up, thank you. Journey with Jordan, how long did you host a radio show for? Good. I want to say, I don't know if it was like 8 months, maybe a year, but I want to say, in my mind, I think like 8 months. 8 months to a year, I think. Something like that. I did one show every Saturday. Pre-recorded. I edited it. I did it. And it was a nice lady. At that time, too, I got to give credit. My pastor recommended the radio station. And the radio station, the lady who ran it, her name was Melissa. She was very much a blessing to me. She kind of let me do my thing. And even the sound tech, I forgot the sound tech's now. He was a nice guy, too. So they were nice people. And they gave me an opportunity. I paid for the spot. So you pay for the spot. But it was a small local AM station. And it was just, everything you do in life, there's some things you get no financial reward. I got no financial reward off that. I paid money to do it. But I learned a lot. Okay. And so in life, there's a lot of times where you don't get something, but what you get back is experience, and it takes you to the next step in life. Everything is about taking the next step, and sometimes the next step isn't you always get a reward. Sometimes the next step is you get experience, and then you leverage the experience for a reward. So just always make a mental note of that. Dennis Milano, I'd love to hear more about those Chinese RVs. Do a video, please. I wish his friend Emilio still did videos, because he had a YouTube channel. He did a great job. Milano's friend Emilio, he was the first one to put me up on the Corrado Exxon, which is the number one type of Class B I would get if I had to get one today. Shout out to Liz D. I hope she gets in her Class B and makes it happen. Because sometimes I think now, if I don't get a home base, my next option would be a Corrado Class B, and I'll just get the 1,000 Trails Pass. 1,000 Trails Pass is, look, you pay $1,000 a year, and you basically got camping unlimited. And they have to move every so often. But I don't want to drive an RV yet. I still like the drive of a car. And I still want a Prius next. I still see my life, it would be this, the Jeep for a few more years, the Prius, then maybe a van, and then when I'm in my 60s and 70s, as I start to transition out of full-time on the road, even if I would get a Class B like Milano, a small one, I would be more off the road, meaning I would get a Class B and I would get like the 1,000 trails pass. I would spend more time in campgrounds. So right now, I mean, I don't need to do that. But as I would get into my 60s and 70s, I would get a Class B. I would spend more times at campgrounds, and I would live more of a static, mobile lifestyle. So right now I'm traveling a lot. I mean, it's within the same state, but I move a lot. So, you know, it's just part of my age too. 8833, what's up, man? Hello, Sam. Hope you're well. I hope you're well too, brother. Remember, always wear a condom when you have sex with prostitutes. And I'm not mad at you for having sex with prostitutes, brother. I love you. 8833, turned down an apartment offered to me today. I like being able to be nomad. I'm not mad at that. I was depressed when I had my apartment. I can understand that. I could. I feel a little bit the same way. I still have addictions. That's okay. I still love you. 8833, brother. I love you, man, and I don't judge you. I'm not mad at you. I'm very thankful that you shared with us, you know, how you spend some money on prostitutes. And I love my guy, Stone Ape. He gets high every day. I love him. Guys, I don't judge anyone, guys. Now, I may say, like, what I think about life in that regard, but I don't care if you're, like, addicted to drugs, prostitutes, weed, and some of those things are legal, and there's nothing wrong with them. You know, I just, like, I give my commentary on them. But if you're positive and, you know, you're trying to live your best life, guys, thumbs up to you. I'm not mad at anyone, man. So I love you, 8833. Yeah, but he's basically saying he's better now than he was in an apartment. To stay on the road. I'm not mad at you, brother. Keep doing you. I'm happy for you. Milano, thanks, Sammy. I love you, man. Brandon, that's a positive guy from New Jersey. Happy anniversary, Stan. Thanks for the content. Brandon, you're such a positive guy. I pray that you find a nice girl that gives you a blowjobs and takes it all the way down to the balls. Does that offend some people? It does. But there's nothing wrong with giving a blowjob and deep throating it. Why is there something wrong with that? I don't understand why people get offended at giving a deep throat blowjob. Like, I don't understand. Like, that's just we're sexual. If it's mutual consension, you know, what's wrong with getting a blowjob? Brandon needs a blowjob, guys. Okay? So, Brandon, what I can tell you is you can get a YouTube channel, and believe me, there's a lot of guys that would like to give you a blowjob, a lot. So, but what I can tell you, man, it's a disaster out there. Shout out to my guy, Swan Auto, man. Swan, if you're in here, man, Swan made a video, illustrate porn, man. He was in his drawers. He was basically saying, look, if you want it, come get it. And what I can tell you is this, man, YouTube's a strip club. But let's stay positive. Cameron, how to explain living in a car to your family? You don't. If you're grown and if you're not parking on their property, you don't have anything to explain. You just do you. And if they say, what are you doing? You just say, I'm doing me. And if they say, well, I have a problem with it. And then I would say, I'm not parking on your property. And then they would say, yeah, I know, but I still have a problem with it. And I say, you know what? You're blocked. I mean, I'm paraphrasing, but that's pretty much how it went for me. I'm not saying you should do that, but I'm saying, like, that's what I did. Gypsy Nomad. Sam, I'm claiming that you will retire early. Yes! At 24, I'm hoping to take the time to position myself to do the same. Damn it, Gypsy, the Nomad. Great positive comment, and may the Lord shine his blessing on you. Thank you. 8833. I always appreciate your insight, and you inspire me to move into my car in December, man. I had thoughts on it on 2014, but people told me I was crazy. My family in particular. Yep. Guys, your family's going to give you some pushback. Now, sometimes they're scared. Sometimes they're real. Brandon, laughing. Not a guy. Hey, that's what happens on YouTube. I need a Latino milf. Yeah, you better move to Boca Raton. Because let me tell you something. In New Jersey, well, there's some decent girls in New Jersey. But there's a lot of ShopRites. So, Brandon, I love you, man. I pray you get a good blowjob. Cameron, how to get into electrical work. You can either join a union as an apprentice. You can join a non-union company and just say, look, you want to be an apprentice. For the first 2 years, all I did was move material and get coffee. I didn't do any electrical work. I was like a laborer. So basically, Swan Auto, man, you did a gay porn movie. I'm not mad at you, Swan. I'm not mad at you, brother. I support but Swan, man, you know that was, you went over the line, man. Swan did a video, man. He was in his biker shorts, man. These biker shorts tight, bro. And I'm not mad at you, man. You look good. Swan, like, I give a guy a compliment because I still love my guy Swan, man. I'm not gay. But I love Swan. I fully support you, brother. But what I can tell you, Swan was in his biker shorts. And he wasn't even biking. In my opinion, you set that up. I'm not mad at you. So Swan was in his biking shorts. I don't know what he was talking about because I said, this guy's out of control. So he's in his biker shorts. And then he takes the camera and he points it at his penis. And I'm like, what's he pointing at his penis? He's showing like how he's sweating. And then he's like, yeah, look at me sweating. And he's showing his penis. I said, oh shit. Swan went into straight porn mode. Swan, that video you took way over the line, but I'm not mad at you. But what I'm trying to tell you is that hook took you to a whole nother dimension, man. Now you make all the people that keep hitting on me that want a free blowjob from me, you gotta go Swan Auto's page, man. Because Swan Auto hits you hard with that porn, man. And he was in his biker shorts, and he was basically saying, look, man, if you want some of this, you know where it's at. Swan, thumbs up. I watched the video, brother. I gave you a view. So what I can tell you, man, is I'm not mad at you, man. I'm not mad at the hustle. So I love you all my heart, brother. And I always support you, man. If you wear biker shorts, or if you decide, look, I'm just gonna get naked, I'm not mad at you. I support you, brother. You're my guy, man. But what I can tell you is, man, it was shocking, man. And that's what I mean. Like my guy Doug. Doug was another guy. Like I thought he was just a positive guy that really enjoyed my videos. Come to find out, Doug wants to have sex with me. So like I go on Doug's channel, he got the same thing. Got like some type of like cross-dressing thing. So I said, oh shit, people trying to like hit on me. And the next thing I know, man, people make all type of videos, man. So what I can tell you, man, this is YouTube. This is 2 years on YouTube. This is what you see. Change your whole life, man. Let's take a hydration break. Oh, God, Jesus. Oh, man, it's a disaster. It's a disaster on YouTube, man. Yo, whatever. Let me tell you something right now, man. Who's ever in this channel right now, you better go on Swan Auto's thing and subscribe. Swan, how many subscribers do you have right now? Swan basically uploaded a porn. So if you want to watch free porn, go on and subscribe. Give him a thumbs up. At least he can get a subscriber level up, man, because he needs 1,000 to get this monetized. Let's get Swan monetized tonight, guys. If you watch the replay or whatever you do, go on Swan Auto's channel and subscribe. I don't even care if you're not into gay porn. Just subscribe anyway. Why? Because the brother's out there giving it all he's got, man, literally. And what I can tell you is this, let's get him up to 1,000 subscribers tonight, okay? And if you watch the replay, hook him up, man. Because everyone needs a shot at life, man. I'm not mad at you, Swan. Keep doing you. Whew. Yeah, Swan then basically told me, are you talking about my cycle? You damn right, you know I'm talking about that cycling, man. Come on, man, Swan. You know I'm talking about the cycling video, man. That was straight porn, man. I'm not mad at you, though. Talking about, yeah, I was talking about that one, man. I wasn't talking about the one where you fighting your transgender neighbor. I was talking about the one where you damn near naked, man. He goes, my girlfriend likes what? Yeah, I'm sure she does, man. Is your girlfriend Caitlyn Jenner, man? Because that was wild, man. 8833. Miami has the best girls to sell kisses. Well, hey, I'm not mad at that. Miami's got a lot of hookers, man. There's more hookers in Miami than anywhere else I've been. Cameron, no game porn for me. Hey, but at least give Swan Auto a thumbs up. At least subscribe to his channel. Look, Swan Auto's got 155 people. Swan, give me another update in 5 minutes. Everyone right now, I don't care if you're into gay porn or whatever type of porn, go on Swan Auto's channel right now. I want to get his subscribers at least past 200 tonight. He's only got 155. Come on, guys. Have some compassion in life, man. Have some compassion. Come on. Brandon, when were you in the woman game? My whole life. What race of woman was your favorite? Well, when I was young, it was mainly black girls. After that, Latino girls, a couple Asian, a couple white girls. But it was mainly like, I would say black, Puerto Rican, Spanish. And I had an Asian phase and a couple white girls sprinkled in. That's pretty much it. Did I ever date an Indian girl? No, I was flirting with a Pakistani girl. But I don't think I ever had sexual relationships with an Indian girl. A couple times I flirted, but I don't think I ever had a relationship with an Indian girl. But I got love. I got love for everyone. 8833. Swan Auto likes cars, so I'm down. Well, you damn right. You on down low. That's R. Kelly style, man. Cameron laughing. Cameron, get an escort. Well, hey, Swan Auto, man. Are you escorting for free? Swan, man, make it worth your while, man. And thank you for the spot. I love you, Swan. On my heart, man. You're a good guy. Swan, I love you, man. You're my guy. I support you. I didn't unsubscribe. I stayed subscribed, man. I'm your guy, man. I love you. All right, guys. YouTube, that's what YouTube is. I broke it down tonight, okay? And what I can tell you is this, man. If you're not happy with me, man, I'm damn sure not putting on no bikeless shorts, and I'm not going to give you a video like Swan. But what I'm going to tell you is, I love you guys, okay? And I want the best for you. And I hope amongst all this, Swan says, I found out I like bleach blondes and brunette girls a while ago. Hey, Swan, I don't care who you like, man. I support you. Why? Because I don't care what people's sexual preferences. I just care, like, do we vibe? You're good. You treated me right. I treated you right. I don't care what you like. Now, again, that video was shocking. Not because, like, you were in your boy shorts, but, like, the way you put the camera down. It was like, look, I'm sweating. And he put it around his ball sack. I'm not mad at him. I said, Swan out there hustling, man. Rattling it down. She's a chick from Arizona. She lived in the middle of the desert out of her car. Now, her video count was low. She got in her sports bra, and a couple psychopaths just start commenting on her channel. I said, these guys were lurking in the low, waiting for her to get in her sports bra. Guys, YouTube's a strip club, man. So what I can tell you is this, man. Make your money. Look, if you're already in a strip club and you've already got boy shorts on, make your money. Because they ain't nothing wrong with being a stripper. I dated a couple strippers. Like, who's my guy? Brandon asked what type of girls I date. I dated a couple strippers. That's their job. Guys, when you're on YouTube, it's your job to entertain. You're an entertainer. So Swan said, you know what? I can entertain better in some bike link shorts. And you know what I say? I'm not mad at you. Get your money, man. Get your money. Let's stay positive. Cameron's laughing. Good job. Cameron, get an escort. Yeah, we talked about that. Thank you for the support. You got it, brother. 8833. Everyone should do them, no matter. 8833. I'm with you 100% emoji. Backwards. Have a blessed night, brother. Thank you. 8833. Good night, brother. Watch some good porn. Yeah, or go watch Swan Oils. Free porn, man. All right, guys. Everyone stay positive. And I'll see you tomorrow. God willing.